Hello everyone. So today I participated in Cognizant interview. That was a good experience for me because I participated in as a experience, like I have 3.4 years of experience as a full stack developer. So I participated in that. So in that interviewer asked me first question like, tell me about yourself. I will share all of these question which interviewer asked. First question he asked me, tell me about yourself. And second one is, what is your what is your roles and responsibilities? Yeah. And after that, I I was explained, tell me about yourself and what is your roles and responsibility with projects. And then he asked me, what is semantic element? It is semantic element. So semantic elements are nothing but it's describe the to the meaning to the browser and the developer. So answer in that, to describe the meaning. I am writing the short answer for the understanding. To describe the meaning of browser and developer. So these are the semantic elements and the example of that in that wait, this is the question. This is also question. Question 2 and then question 3, and this is the answer. So is the example of that, example like header tag, header, footer, section. So these type of example I said, and etc. And the next question he asked me, what is hosting? What is hosting? So in that I give the answer like, hosting is a default behavior of JavaScript that declare in moved on top. It is a default behavior of JavaScript. Default behavior of JavaScript script that declare in declare on moved on top. Moved on the top. Moved on the top. I give an example also like with var like console dot log then x and the var x equal to 5. Yeah, so I given this example of hosting, like if we will do console.log x, so output will give undefined, not an error. What actually happens like behind the scene, like var, yeah, var x equal to this one is a give us to undefined y, because var x, it is hoisted, like it is only declared in after the console. So like that I give in the example. And the next question he asked me, what is closure? What is closure? So closures is an ability to function to declare in outer scope. So closures in outer scope, to declare in outer scope. Mainly the focus is in outer scope. Like we can make a function, and then we can initialize, like we can write a variable like let count equal to 0 and then return a function, and in that function we can, like I'll write function outer, function outer, like I declare a variable let count, let count equal to 0, and then return a function, return return function, like it's called a inner function. Name of function is inner function, and then count plus plus, and then console dot log count. Actually, this program I can write in online compiler, so it will be easy for me also. So JS, JS online compiler. Yeah, here I'll explain like what I give the example, like uh, function outer, and let count into 0, and then return function. It can be like, we can give any name, like I'm giving inner, and then count plus plus, and then console dot log and the count, and then outside you can just store a variable like a const counter, and then equal to, call a function outer, and then counter. Hmm. So if I will print this output, so it will give 1, 2 and 3, right? You can see like 1, 2 and 3. So what is happening here? So first of all, outer creates a local variable. This outer creates a local variable, and the count and the return and the count 0, and the return a inner function, that is, yeah, function, and the counter is now that inner function, and then count is increase in inner function. So count so even the outer has finished, like outer here, outer has finished when count is increase, like console.log count, so here outer will finish, and the running is in inner function, not outer function. It still has access count, and that is the closer. So I said like that. And the next question, I just remove function. Huh. And the next question is, wait, I will just increase the text so it look like better. Sixth question, and the next question he asked me, what is callback hell? What is callback hell? So next question he asked me, what is callback hell? So callback hell is uh, like when we call a function, it's like depends upon situation. Like it is create a nested, multiple nested callback. Like it is like making to code hard, and it is like it also called pyramid of doom, and that is called callback hell. Callback hell basically it's referred to a situation where like JavaScript where nested callback function. It is making the code hard and read, understanding and maintain. That is the callback hell. And the next question he asked me, and what we can avoid using callback hell. Next question he asked me, what we can use, avoid callback hell. So I gave the answer. I can use promise. Why promise? Because in that promise, no need to like create a nested function. So promise is basically is an object in JavaScript that represent eventual completion, like a failure or like something, and it is depends on asynchronous operation and resulting value. And it there is three state of promise. First one is a pending, fulfilled and rejected. So in that pending, it is the initial state, and the second is fulfilled, operations completed successfully, and rejected, operation failed. So this is the promise. And I also explain like why we use promise, like cleaner alternative to callback hell, or easier error handling with dot catch, and can be combined with async await for even more readable code. So like that I was explained. And next question he asked me, what is the finally work? What is the finally? Finally work. Yeah. So I said about the finally, like finally executed every time. Every time it means like when we write in promise code, in that time we write dot then or dot catch method. So in that we can also write finally method. The finally method it use basically like code after the promise is settled. Promise settled, it means when it is execute all this time. If we will go in dot then it will also finally will also execute. And if we will got any error, so if we will go in dot catch, so that time finally also execute. So, and then next question he asked me, what is the use of use context? What is the use of use context? Use context. So I said the use context basically it is a hook in React. It is used to access data from an context API. uh, without manually passing prop, like we can use without passing props through every level of the component. And I also said what is the use context. So the use context, in the use context hook in React is used to access data from in context API, and it is share global data like themes, authentication status, user info, and we can say language preference and across component. And it is avoid to passing props through many nested component. So I explained like that. Use context. And then next he asked me what is the relation between child and parent component. What is the relation between child and parent component? Sorry, parent and child component. Parent and child component. Yeah. So I explain this answer. Like in React, components follow a like hierarchical structure. It's like a tree. So a parent component is one of the like contain or render a child component inside it. Like we can say, like I giving this example. So just I explain like in one component we can pass to one component to another component. Like we can define one parent component and we can define one also child component, and using props we can pass the data using parent to child component. And also a parent component can render one or more child component, and it is like data flow downward from the parent child using props. That's it. That's all about my overall experience that I shared. Thank you.